Hi guys, I am here with a multi-genre talent from Birmingham who's named as a next generation artist. Cola B, welcome to Art Therapy.
Hey.
Are you ready to paint? Are we ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Let's go. I want to start off strong. Of course, your name is Cola B, B for bars.
Yeah.
I want to go through some of your bars.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you a question about the bar.
Okay.
You're just going to tell me a bit about it, like what you've written, what you've rapped about.
Okay, cool.
The first one. 4 years old with no release. All I had was notes and beats.
Facts.
When did you start music? At 4, what was the process like?
So like my earliest memories of rapping would be like my dad would always have like a lot of his friends around like at my nan's house, and I would always go bother them, and they would like start making like beats on the table, like just rhythms, and they'd be like rap, like this. What I don't know if they were joking or being serious, but I would start rapping like it wouldn't obviously make any sense, but I'm probably just but I'm trying. So then I think after that I just kind of thought I started like trying to write. Obviously at the age I couldn't really write properly, but I'm like, as much as I can write, I'm writing raps, like the little bits that I can. Everything's spelled wrong, things are probably backwards, the letters are backwards, but I'm still like trying to write lyrics. So from then I was just like, yeah, like that's my thing, like I need to do this. That
is crazy. I can't imagine like pre-nursery you're out here like writing bars.
Yeah, there's literally I have a picture of myself at nursery and I'm on the stage with a mic in a tracksuit.
That is sick.
Yeah.
Okay, next bar. God laughed when he heard my plans. He said, I've got much better for you. Is there a time that you had a plan or you had something that you really wanted to happen, it didn't, and God prepared better?
Yeah, music. Everything to do with my music now. Like I think, like I've been doing music, I said, since I was 4, and like I would say my first like mini like touch of like what it's like to be an artist when I was 16. I made this song called 079 Me. And I sent it to, I don't know if you know who K2 is, he's a quite a big rapper from Birmingham. And he remixed it, and then he did a show at the O2 Academy, and he brought me out to perform the song at 16. So that was like, whoa. And then from that I had a manager and all these things. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is great. But something didn't feel right about it. Like it doesn't feel how it feels now. And I think if I did pursue it then, I definitely wouldn't be in the position I am now, because I would have like ruined my love for music by trying to force myself to do it, if that makes sense, when I don't feel that this is right. Yeah. Whereas now I feel like everything's aligned, it's perfect, this is the time, like this is the time things are meant to happen. So I definitely think so, yeah. But I think in reflection I look back at those things, I think yes, like thank God.
Yeah. So did you take a break from like 16 and then thought I'll revisit this later?
Yeah, I took a break. I didn't ever start writing or making music, but I took a break from releasing consistently or performing or going to events. Like I just was not in the music industry like at all. Just hands off. Just was writing in my notes and might record it on my phone every now and again. That's about it. That was what I did.
Okay, last bar. Told me she can't cook, get out my room.
Facts.
What is like your dating non-negotiables? Like if you can't do this, like don't even chat to me.
Cooking. Because that's just a human basic. Like you should just know, you should just know how to cook anyway. Not even for me. Can you cook for yourself? Like first of all, because I'm no one's chef. Sorry. I can cook. I can cook. That I would say, if you're not understanding of my art, like what it takes for me to do my music and stuff, because I don't just do my music, I also run a studio, so that takes a lot of my time. Performing takes a lot of my time. You have to be able to understand that this is gonna be my priority because it's what I love. So yeah, that is like at the moment my biggest dating non-negotiable. Like music comes first.
Yeah. What made you want to start your own record studio?
So when I was younger, I used to, like when I was about 17, 18, no, about 16 actually, I used to go to this studio in Hockley called Shutdown Studio, and he used to let me, I want to say like Maya Remy, T Rhodes, S2 Mad, he used to let all of us like use his studio for free, and we would go there, and sometimes we would even end up making songs, but it was just that sense of like community and that togetherness that when I was getting to the point where I wanted to get back into music properly, I thought like, what can make me like dedicated, get my own studio. And then I had a day where I had all the girl grind at the studio, and I thought, I want a bigger studio because I want to do more. So then I got a bigger studio, and now I'm able to do things like Friday nights. A lot of time on a Friday night, it'll be like me, Dahlia, Avante, Trappy, Splash, and we're just in the studio chatting. And it feels like a safe space that everyone knows they could call me and say, Coda, where are you? I'm at the studio. Okay, I'm coming. Like, it's not a thing of you got to do this. I always say to people all the time, I don't care about money from the studio. It's not about making money. It's about making music. It's about, if I'm going to let you use my studio to make music for free, release the song at least. Like, that's what I'm asking. Just drop the music. Like, that's all I care about. Yeah.
With like the events and stuff that you've done at the studio, how do you feel like, of course, everybody's going, there's good vibes. What other events do you want to do in the future?
I will be planning a 2016 themed party, and then we'll be doing something towards the end of the year at an actual venue, which is going to be, actually I want to say it, we're going to have a masquerade ball. Ooh. And we're going to do a masquerade cypher at the ball. Yeah.
Yo, that would be so sick.
Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan.
I feel like a 2016 like party now as well. That's the trend at the moment.
It's needed.
Like,
it's needed.
How was you dressing in 2016? If you could reminisce.
I was wearing 2016. Let me think. What was I wearing? I think that might be my dungaree era. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was a dungaree base back then with hoodie. Like, I'd wear the hoodie. Like I said, I'd wear a pink hoodie, black dungarees, and some Timbs. With a bucket hat. I was still a bucket hat bandit. I'm not going to lie. I've always been a bucket hat bandit. I can't lie.
I feel like for me, it was like the bomber jacket, the Adidas leggings.
The bomber jacket.
The khaki green.
I had that one. I know exactly what one.
And it was like the caps.
And that long green jacket. Remember everyone used to wear that long with the top.
Like,
you know what I'm on about?
The parka.
Yeah. Yes. Everyone loved them.
That was really the vibe at the time.
It really was.
Going to like your tape that's just released, HBK tape volume 1. Tell me a bit about that project. It's like a bit of a different sound for you. What was the process in making it?
So I had a funny story actually. I was overworking myself, and to the point where I went to work one day and I fell asleep at work, like sitting on a chair like this, and I fell off and I hit my head and I knocked myself out.
Oh no.
So I then had a like a bleed in my brain, like a small bleed in my brain.
Oh shit.
So then I was like, cool, need to take some time off, need to chill out. Like, I actually need to start chilling out now. So I did. Well, I say I did. I was in the studio. So I was in the studio and I was like, okay, since I've got this time off work, I need to do something productive. What can I do that's productive? So I was like, listening to some old demos, and I was like, I know it's R&B, but I kind of want to do something with it. So I was like, okay, cool. If I make it and just don't think about releasing it, just make it and see how you feel. So I got, I shouted Zeus, I shouted Ocean, I shouted Nice, I shouted... Some Honey was meant to be on it as well, but she will be on volume 2. Yeah, that's a little exclusive for you there. But so got them all in the studio. So most of the songs on the tape are old, and I've just revamped them. I probably added 1 or 2 new lyrics, and then I've put them lot on there, which then adds a whole new sound to it. So yeah, that was my reason behind making it, because as I said, I was off work, I was injured. I was like, why not? And then when I finished it, I mixed and mastered it myself, which I've never done fully to that extent. So, especially with R&B, like my ear is not trained for R&B. My ear is very rap or grime, or, do you know what I mean? It's not R&B trained. So doing that, it pushed me out of my comfort zone. But I think like, yeah, man, I was proud of it. I was proud of it.
As you should. Like, it's a bit out your comfort zone, but it sounds good. Like, it shows that you can dabble into different genres. You can do different sounds. That's what you need from an artist. You don't want them to do the same thing all the time.
Nah, yeah, I think sometimes I get like, in my head, because I think, am I confusing people in the sense of the people who love my grime, I don't think are gonna love my R&B, because it's such a different version of me.
Yeah,
it's very my grime is very cocky and very Cola B. That's what I like to say. But my R&B is more calm and more deeper. It's more emotional. So I just think I just get a bit in my head, but I'm starting to like grow on the fact that I can be those two different things in one, and someone can like both. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to get that, because I like both. I like grime and I like R&B, so other people that do.
Yeah, but I think even people like Stormzy, like they dropped Gang Signs and Prayer. You had like Cigarettes and Kush on there. That was very R&B.
That's not true.
And then you had other tracks on there.
Even Little Sims as well is a good example. She was very heavily grime and then always say rap, but now she does any genre really, and it works.
I feel like you should just dabble in whatever you're passionate in at the time.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I feel like even me now, when like other artists come to me and ask me like questions or advice, whatever, I think I'm starting to realize that one of my biggest assets to myself is the fact that I can like just step back from my music. Like I feel like that I've noticed working around artists, like a lot of artists are in their music so much that they're their biggest critique, because I feel like I'm growing. I'm not always there, like I am so critical of myself, but I'm growing to the point where I can be like, I've just gotta put that out. I've just gotta do it because it's not for me. The music is not for me to consume, it's for other people. So how am I critiquing it? Like, just put it out there.
No, it is true. And I feel like you can't sit there and think, oh, it needs to be perfect, it needs to be perfect, because then you'll just overthink yourself to death.
Nothing's coming out then. I literally said when I had the listening party, one of the things I said at the start of it was, the death of perfection is the start of momentum. Because that is how you start releasing and you start putting things out there, because you just think, you know what, it might not be perfect, but it's something.
Yeah.
There you go.
What can you tease about volume 2? When is it coming out?
Winter. We do the heartbreaking, broken stuff in the winter.
Wait, this winter or the end of the year winter?
The end of the year winter.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, we've got a long time. That doesn't mean we've got a lot of Coda B coming, but it's just no R&B Coda B for now. For now, but I'm working on volume 2 already. I'm gonna say that it's already in the works. It's gonna be for me a big leap better than the last one, and I think the last one is great, but I just think this one is gonna be like, the features are gonna be sick, and
Why did you want to drop that project on SoundCloud opposed to like a Spotify or Apple Music?
The reason why I decided to put it on SoundCloud is because I feel like, again, this is me overthinking it. I feel like Spotify is my portfolio, like a CV, and I feel like where that tape isn't my best work. It's like a rough draft of what could be my best work, but I also still wanted to give it because I wanted it to be real and raw. So I feel like it's like, like in sometimes you might find your favorite artist, and then sometimes you go on like SoundCloud and you find like songs of theirs. It's like, that's what I want that tape to be for people who find. They want to be like oh my gosh, there's like a whole, there's more, like there's more to listen to. Yeah. Whereas if you go on my SoundCloud, you've got the whole tape, you've got my features, you've got all these things, it's all rap. So then you go to that side and you're like, oh, that Coda B does this. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I like the element of surprise, so I kind of like that. The next one will be on all platforms.
Going into like the early years of your career, how would you explain like your early SoundCloud drops, your other song like Heartbreak Kid from like 2020? How do you think your music journey has transformed since those?
I think SoundCloud days. So when I used to drop on SoundCloud like regularly, that was like when SoundCloud was like Spotify. It was like 2015, 16. Me and my cousin used to make music and we'd always drop on Spotify. And I mean SoundCloud. And I remember like back then we were getting like 2K, 3K listens, and it was like, oh my god, like, we couldn't believe it, like genuinely. Yeah, like literally like, oh my gosh. Like, but I think that I kind of drifted away from SoundCloud when I stopped releasing, and it like, so coming back to it, everyone was on Spotify, so that was what that video went for. Okay. But I feel like with HBK and my earlier releases, like I feel like back then I will always say that like anything I do musically, I do put my heart into. So like even my old music, even as much as I can listen to it and I think, okay, it could have been better, I still relate to it because it's like pieces of a diary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like I always love my old music, and like HBK is one that I'll always hold close to my heart because I think that was my first time where I actually ventured outside of my comfort zone. Yeah. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna drop this, like, and that was my first ever time I'd ever like release myself singing on anything, or so it was like very like whoa for me. And I think it's mad to see that like years later, like now I still have people come up to me like, HBK is one of my favorite songs, it's on my playlist. I go on my Ditto thing that shows me when people listen to it, and every week I'm seeing someone's play. I'm like, why are people still listening to this song? Like I don't even listen to it no more, but I think, you know what, it makes sense. Like, yeah, it makes sense.
This might be me being slow, but what does HBK stand for?
Heartbreak Kid.
So it's like an evolution from that first.
That's why you get it.
That was sick.
That one song made a tape come from it, and then now there's gonna be like a whole trilogy.
Okay, so going on to something a bit different, you was on Link Up TV last year. Yeah. I know you manifested that. Can you tell everybody else how you manifested that and set the intention, and then it happened?
I think like 2014, 15, I messaged the Link Up TV page and I said, how much is it to get a video on Link Up TV, right? And when I did the call up, with like JK and all that, we opened up for them, ARB did. And I seen this man in the green room and I said, you look really familiar, but I don't know where I know you from. And he just laughed. I swear to God, he just laughed in my face. And I thought, oh, okay. And then later on I seen him and he had his camera and he had, I think like the mic, the Link Up TV mic had, and I thought, you're Rashid, like you're Mr. Link Up TV. Like I thought, I can't believe I just went up to him and I said that. Like, I can't believe it. So we've gone back now, and I went up to him, I said, yeah, I know who you are now. And he was like, yeah, and he was just laughing, he was really nice about it. And then I want to say about a month later, randomly. This was during the period of time I've just hit my head. So I've just hit my head. I'm off work. I'm starting to think about making this tape, and I get a message. I'm actually in the studio. I get a message from Link Up TV. Hi, I'm coming down to Brum on Thursday. Want to film you a video? Be ready. I'm like, I don't even think I remember the bars. I've hit my head, mate. I don't know if that's gonna work, you know. So now I'm thinking, okay, I can't do no old bars. That's Link Up TV. I need to write something fresh. So I'm literally like, if I went and showed you my phone, like there's probably about 50 videos of me on my phone just saying the bars over and over again, over and over and over and over again, because I thought I cannot mess this up. Like I cannot mess this up. Even in the Link Up TV, if you go listen to it, I say in there like, hit my head and I thought, what if I can't write bars anymore? Picked up pens again. I'm exceeded. Like I literally told the story of what was going on in my life right then and there in that Link Up TV, because I just thought it made sense. Like it made a lot of sense, and yeah, it was a sick moment.
You've got a project with Mayday that you've made.
Yeah.
When is that dropping?
Did Mayday tell you to us?
He said to us in the first episode that me and Cola have made a project and she ain't released it.
No,
so
you know what
it
is. You know what it is. Like, I have so much music. Like I don't think anyone actually understands until I bring them to the studio and I try to show it, and they're like, oh, like I write every day. I write every single day. So every day I'm accumulating about 10 new tracks. You know what I mean? So I think with the Mayday one, it's about time, and like I don't want to rush it, but I also don't want to waste it by putting it out too quick and then not giving it the promo and everything it needs, because we have some sick songs on there, like some sick songs. So I think, you know, I've got a tape coming out soon. So yeah, I've got a tape coming out soon, so that will come out before, and then Mayday's tape will come though.
Okay.
It's timing. It's timing. Like it's a serious. I might leak a bit of it, like when this interview drops, to show them. Like, but yeah,
you should.
It's a serious tape.
So your next project that's dropping, The People's Princess.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on with that.
So The People's Princess. Great tape it's gonna be. People's Princess is gonna be a different side to me. I think you've had the 2020 Grind, which was like me being new, a bit shaky and a bit like, hi everyone, you're right, like anybody like this one? I think the HBK tapes was me being more experimental with my sound, and then I think The People's Princess is I'm here. I'm here now, and I'm here to stay, and now I just want to show you why I'm here to stay, and why you, because I think, you know, I'm doing Outlook in the summer, I'm doing Gemfest, and there's a couple other things that I'm doing that are in talks, but it's like I want to be doing those things, and I don't want anybody to have any question in their mind as to why's Coda B got this, why she got this opportunity. It should be, yeah, I know why Coda's doing that. You know what I mean? So this tape is that. This, once you hear this tape, it's like okay, she's here to stay. She's not playing. So yeah, I'm excited for this. And big up Lilith, because I wouldn't have been able to name the tape without her. Big her up.
Are you ready for the final 5 questions? We're gonna do a reveal.
Oh, you don't even want to see my rubbish flower out, and then swore them.
If you was a boxer, what would your ring walk song be?
I have the tiger. Dun, 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 dun,
That's like a classic boxer walk, yeah.
Yeah, I would love that, because I feel like that I can't win. I can't lose if I play that song. If I lose and play that song, then I'll just retire.
Yeah. You just can never box again.
Why am I lying, actually? That's a bad answer. The B stands for, of course. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, true.
And the B stands for
If you was in a food fight, what would your food of choice be?
Do I like the person or not?
That's up to you. You can think of whatever scenario.
Ice cream.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually, how am I throwing that? Spaghetti. That's a better one.
Spaghetti is a shout.
Spaghetti food fight would be cool. Yeah.
Favorite childhood movie?
High School Musical.
Okay.
High School Musical, yeah.
Which one? 1, 2 or 3?
2 every time.
2 was the best one.
Every time. Big up
2
Sharpie.
was really... Exactly.
Bad boy film. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah. Death row meal.
Starters, wings. Some sort of wings. Favorite thing to eat. Main, anything pasta, so lasagna, spaghetti bolognese, anything like that. Dessert, chocolate concrete. Booming.
That's like a secondary school classic.
Boom.
Chocolate
It's so
concrete.
nice. Like, it's at the moment, I'm obsessed. Like, ask anyone who comes to the studio, bring cold and chocolate concrete. Like, if you come to the studio, okay, grab me a chocolate concrete.
Yes. And final question, top 5 albums of all time.
Oh, I swear I posted this. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Freudian, Daniel Caesar. I'm not sure what that album's called, but Flowetry's album. 2 more. Lauryn Hill's Unplugged album. And because it's what I've been listening to lately. Sasha Keyboard Act 2. Definitely, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that
yeah.
concludes art therapy. You
That's
ready to
great.
reveal?
Oh, no, but let's go. Guys, don't judge me, okay? God.
It's alright. 2, 1.
That is cool. That is sick. Don't look at this, guys.